Greg and I were chatting about this before the episode that load shedding is back in South Africa. Thank you very much, Eskom. And,
is it because of winter and heating and?
Yeah, there's always something, some of the units going down, no maintenance or that kind of stuff.
Same old.
Yeah, same old.
Yeah.
So, in my area, we got scheduled lockdown, scheduled
Load shedding.
load shedding, yeah. And you got an app, and it'll say to you, okay, you're going to be off at 6 o'clock, and you'll be back on at 8:30, and that's fine. You can work around that. In our area, for some reason, there's a technical fault. So every time the power goes off and comes back on again, it's on for 5 minutes, and then it dies, and then it takes them 4 hours to fix it. So on Wednesday, I didn't have power for 18 hours.
Yeah,
so you didn't work either?
Well, yeah, I lost half a day of work because the power was supposed to go off at 6 o'clock at night, which it did. Came back at 8:30, was on for 10 minutes, and then went off again, and only came back on again at 12 o'clock at night but obviously you're sleeping. And then there was scheduled load shedding again at 2 o'clock in the morning until 4:30. So it went down, and then 4:30 it came on for 10 minutes, and then it was off until 12. So that meant that I lost half a day's work. But yeah, and then again last night, it was the same thing. So every time the power's gone off this week and it's come back on again, instead of just being a 2-hour load shedding, it's been 6.5 hours.
But does this drive up the sales of generators and other solar power?
Yeah, it does. It does. Look, I mean, normally I'm not too phased by load shedding because I've got, I've got a battery backup for my fiber, so my internet still works. And, the only drawback at the moment is my laptop battery doesn't last very long. So if there is load shedding during the day, the work day, I'll probably lose 2.5 hours sometimes. But I mean, that you can make up. 2 hours in the evening extra is easy to make up that lost time. And so I don't mind the load shedding. What I don't like is the unplanned load shedding. When there's a technical fault that you have no idea when it's coming back on again. So you can't really plan around that, whether it's, making food or working or whatever it is that you're working on at the time,
I'm just going to comment on like what Andrew said. I think he mentioned that we're currently at stage 2, right? I think realistically we're at like stage 4 because there's a lot of suburbs that I've heard that are experiencing.
Sorry, what's stage 2, stage 4? What's the difference?
We got like different levels of load shedding, right? So stage 1, they need to shed like 1,000 megawatts of power from the grid, right? So they basically do like incremental rolling blackouts in Johannesburg. Because that's limited to like 2 hours a day. So that's stage 1. Stage 2 becomes 4 hours a day, right? Stage 3 becomes like almost like 6 hours a day, and stage 4 becomes 8 hours a day.
I mean, it's bad that you got these stages, but it's also bad because you're measuring it per day rather than per week, month.
No, it's like...
So it's a lot worse than...
I'm simplifying things, right? Because it's like you're not going to get like 8 hours of load shedding every day, right? There's going to be like 8 hours of load shedding every 2 days or something like that. I haven't really delved into the whole math of like different stages because I don't need to.
Yeah, some of us have got solar. And
yeah, so I rolled out my solar solution and it's working like a bomb. It's like I don't even notice that there's load shedding.
Are we going to have to move this setup into your house when there's load shedding on a Saturday?
Yeah, well, we've had load shedding before that's affected the live stream, so it is a possibility. But yeah,
but
we'll have to think about that.
I think because of these power failures that would affect like multiple suburbs at the substations, I think realistically we're sitting at like stage 4 because. I've heard a lot of stories like Andrew's, like where the substation went down for like a day, and then at the next time they were load shedded, it went down again for a couple of hours. And you can't resolve that problem unless you upgrade the substation. And it's not going to happen like immediately, right? It might happen over the course of the year. But while the load shedding is going on, people are just sitting without power.
Yeah, it's hectic.
Do you guys get the feeling that the government and Eskom are doing anything to fix the situation that they got themselves into?
Yeah, yeah. I think, like personally, I think they are. I think they are doing, but the problem is the situation deteriorated so far that it's just
It's hard to fix.
it's hard to fix. It's hard to fix. It's hard to resolve because you can't bring that extra capacity online just like that. And what makes it worse is that the whole negotiation behind we have independent power producers, which are generally are the solar wind. There's still negotiations ongoing about how they're going to supply the power into the grid, and yeah, there's lots of nuances that's still currently being resolved about independent power producers supplying the power into the grid. So that further exacerbates the issue because we do have some power, that's being generated in the Northern Cape, in like various provinces in South Africa that could be supplied into the grid, but it's not.